Hello and welcome back. We have an update for you this week on our renovation project in the Italian countryside. Hi guys, welcome back to our building site. Since the last update we've had a few more days on site, but it's been Christmas, so it's been a bit of a period when there's not a lot of action up here in terms of the builders. They've just started again for January, and they have managed to continue with taking off the render, so you can see now the render is all the way down to the bottom. It's really nice because we can now see what's under there. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy. There's a lot of red brick, there's a lot of bits of...
Higgledy-piggledy.
Thank you. There's a lot of stones. Thank you. And there's some nice blocks of tuffo, which is the big yellow blocks, which we have more of on this house. But on this house there's a few blocks of it, especially around the front door, which is really nice. And if I move on this side of the house, this kind of corner, and so it's a real mix. We thought it might be a mix, which is why maybe it was covered. But we're going to work with it. We like this kind of style. It's a bit rustic. It's a bit more unusual. Now we're opening up the window frames, ready to put in new windows. And we're looking at the kind of front part and the cantina. Might be hard for you to hear this with my daughter's additions. Also, an exciting delivery I'll show you in a second. We've received our... What did you say? You can't say that. We received recently 24 big solar panels. That's like Christmas for me. I'm really excited about that. Let's have a look. It's going to be too dark to film, so I'll turn it back on. Okay, so you're not going to be able to see this very well, but stacked up behind me are the 24 solar panels that are going to go on the roof of the south-facing building. Okay, here's the view of the side of the building. That's next door, which is the abandoned bit that I covered in another video. Unfortunately, the brambles have gone mad over there, so I need to sort that out again. But here's how this bit looks. Interesting that this is kind of red brick. And there's also tuffo up at the top. So it's a real mix of material. So going into the house for a mini tour, we'll start in the kitchen. We've had to open out our kitchen window into a full door, and this is to meet the Italian regulations for light levels in all of the rooms. Now we'll go through into the downstairs living room, and we've actually decided in the end to keep the arch. The builders were pretty persuasive, and they said it would be a real shame to get rid of this. And they were right. Once we'd fully opened it and sat with the light coming in through this archway, it's pretty beautiful. Of course, we're really looking forward to this room being finished, just to see how it works with everything. Already there's this really kind of beautiful feeling looking across at the hills on the other side of the valley. But I think this was a really good choice. Even though it's going to cost a little more on the project, I think it will be amazing at the end. Another new feature is that we've taken the render off of the vaults in the ceiling, the plaster. And this has exposed the brickwork underneath, which we're going to keep exposed, as you can see it here. It's kind of interesting to note at this point that the people who built this house would have been farmers and not kind of wealthy people owning a villa. And so all of these different materials are mixed just because they would use whatever they had. bricks was a good source for the ceiling. The tuffo was great for making walls. And then outside, whenever they added to the building, they would have used whatever they could find. So bits of stone, there's some wood in there in different places, all kinds of things. The builders have also opened these windows all the way now, and you can also see that they've added the lintels to the top, and so this is the proper shape of both windows. They're identical, and it really allows a lot more light to come into this room. You can see here that the builders have blocked up what will become our bathroom. Moving to the front upstairs bedrooms, and a lot of the work here has just been cleaning up any cavities that were left. So the fireplace in the back room has been bricked up, as well as that little shelving area at the back. The windows are now ready with their false frames, and so the next stage will be working on the proper frames and also to begin plastering. Little garden update as well, why not? We're mulching for the rest of the winter. It's been pretty cold, so we got this straw down quite early. But I need to put the chippings on the top as well. It's nice to work at this time of year because all of the leaves are disappeared, obviously. So I'm going to do a little bit of bark today, try and neaten it up a bit before we get back on normal building stuff next week. Are you thinking of taking your bike down here?
No.
No?
I'm coming with.
Very slopey.
No, I'm not going to park. I was parking my bike to come down with you.
Oh, cool.